Maryland, the old line state. Now, here's a state that loves their flag, boy. You see it everywhere. License plates, door hangers, just people wearing the flag as a part of their outfit. They love their crabs and they love their flags, okay? This is where I live right now for the unforeseen future. Hopefully, it's only a future that lands. I stay here until maybe in the summer. But I am here now. I lived in Baltimore and now I'm in a suburb of Baltimore in Maryland. So a little biased coming in, just as a disclaimer. So I'm able to say a little bit more when I see the stats and facts and things like that. Just so you know, the Baltimore Ravens NFL team is named after Edgar Allan Poe's famous poem, The Raven. Hey! Poe spent part of his life in Baltimore, and his legacy is deeply intertwined with the city. Hey! Okay, Poe boy. Jousting became the official sport of Maryland in 1962. Really? Maryland has an affinity for this medieval competition. I never seen anyone joust out here, okay? I never seen it. All right, so here what we got. We got budget agreement. Governor Wes Moore announced a budget framework to address the state's $3.3 billion deficit. The plan includes new taxes on information technology services and higher income brackets, alongside significant spending cuts. I moved here just before COVID in 2019, and being in a new city, right? What do? You like exploring. I live just outside in the Fort McHenry area, beautiful area. It's called Locust Point. Really like the area. So it was pretty close to I was on the harbor there, but going to the city, downtown, it was right down the street, right? So I decided, let me take a walk down there, see what's going on. It was dead as heck. It's dead as heck. I never seen another city like that other than Wilmington, where just no one's outside. You got boarded up city buildings, just no activity, no sales, no commerce, very desperate looking, right? Of course, I think that's changing now. After COVID, you're seeing some people move in, liveling up the city, buying some of the property, having some stores down there and things like that. Of course, the harbor is a famous tourist spot. You got the boats out there. You know, it's just a nice area to walk. But a lot of the stores and restaurants and things in the harbor left. I remember coming here when I was in, I don't know, maybe the 4th grade. We went to the museum and ESPN. So like that whole area down there was pumping at that time, you know, way back in the day. ESPN Zone left. A lot of the big names left that area. So it looks kind of desperate when I was here. I haven't been back down there in quite a bit, even though I live 30 minutes away right now. Infrastructure concerns. The National Transportation Safety Board criticized the Maryland Transportation Authority for not conducting a risk assessment on the Key Bridge. Remember, Key Bridge fell, collapsed. It was definitely a catastrophic event. I went over that bridge a few times. It never really landed me where I needed to go, so the tunnel was a better option for me, but I did take it a few times. So to see that news, such a big city, just a big bridge, a pipeline, it is crazy. So definitely didn't do any risk assessments. Corporate settlement. CVS has agreed to pay $45 million to Baltimore for its role in the opioid epidemic, marking a significant development in the state's effort to address the crisis. They were just handing out those pills like nobody's business back then, huh? All right, so let's keep it moving here with Maryland. Again, a little bias, but what are you going to do? All right, 6.2 million, 19th most populous state in the U.S. People moving in, 100K annually. Job opportunities, the proximity to D.C. You got a lot of people in Maryland working in D.C., taking that train ride down. People moving out, 120, though, annually. So leaving the state with a negative migration of 20,000. They're leaving due to the high cost of living and taxes. So in 2019, when I was here, I was trying to get a gun license, and you'd have to go that whole route, get the license, background check, and all that. That's fine. But it was not an open carry. You had to keep it in your house, tucked away. And now, when I was in Memphis, because I left and went to Memphis a year and then found out that they're doing the whole Constitution thing, you could just open carry your gun now here. Okay. All right, Maryland is home to the first railroad in the U.S., the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad, established in 1827. Unemployment rate is 3.7, slightly lower than the national average. Top industries: technology, cybersecurity, and biotech. Healthcare is Johns Hopkins, University of Maryland Medical System. Education, University of Maryland. And government, because of its proximity to DC. Average salary is $75K a year. Higher than the national average of 65. Job growth, strong in tech, healthcare, and government sectors. So top employers, of course, going to be Johns Hopkins University, Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, which is right there off the airport in Lithicum, Amazon, of course, MedStar, State of Maryland, T. Rowe Price is here, Marriott International, and Under Armour. Oh, they love their Under Armour here. It's a leading sportswear and equipment company, but where I lived, Fort McHenry, I would take a walk with my dog, and they had their whole HQ there. So you'd go through. It is beautiful. They're on the pier down there, and I was like, man, Under Armour is a thing here. They love it. I mean, they love it, and I would wear Under Armour in other places just because I'm used to it in Maryland or Baltimore. And no one really would wear it like that. Just in Baltimore and Maryland, man, they love their Under Armour. What do you think? Recent economic news, Maryland is the leader in cybersecurity, with companies like Tenable and Optiv expanding their operations. Didn't know that. Biotech growth, Maryland is home to over 2,000 biotech companies, with major players like Emergent Biosolutions, Novavax leading the way. The proximity to D.C. ensures a steady stream of government contracts, especially in defense and technology. Ooh, wait till Doge come around here, okay? Okay. Housing market, 400,000. 600,000 in Bethesda. Always have a problem with that. 250K in rural areas. Baltimore, 1,600 a month for a 1-bedroom, which is just on par. I think that's exactly what I was paying to be on the water there. Rockville, 2,000 a month for a 1-bedroom. Rockville, let me see if we see it on the map. You could see it's west there, in the central west. So nice area. Housing affordability, Maryland ranks 40th in the U.S. It's moderate, and I would agree. In the suburbs of Baltimore, though, it's higher. All these counties, you're going to be paying all sorts of different taxes, and I want to see it right here. So time on the market. Homes in Maryland are selling quickly with average of 20 days on the market. Inventory remains tight with a 2.5-month supply of homes. Home prices have risen 5% year over year. Suburbs like Bethesda, Rockville, and Columbia are seeing the most competition. Columbia is beautiful. A cousin of mine lives in Columbia. Rental market. Baltimore's rental market is booming, with rents increasing 7% year over year due to the high demand of newcomers. All right, so let's get with the taxes. Okay, this is where it's important. And this is the problem that I see. Okay, income tax. Progressive rate from 2.0 to 5.75 for income tax. Property tax, 1.1, which is lower than the national average. That plays a part. If you have a low median, low home prices, it's going to play a bigger role. If these median home prices are 500K plus, you're going to 900K. These things you're going to see that. Sales tax, damn, this is where they get you. 6.0 and local taxes go up to 3%. So you're looking at 9%. And I see that. I definitely see it in the stores and the grocery stores and all that. I'm sorry, there's no tax on groceries. But you definitely see it in the stores just buying. You know what? No tax on groceries? I gotta go test that out. Because, okay. Maryland ranks 10th highest in the U.S. for tax burden. So it is an expensive state. When I say I'm going to test it, I'm going to the store. I think they've been taxing me. Man. All right. So business-friendly environment, corporate taxes, a flat rate of 8.725, reduced from 8.75 in 2023, but that's still high for corporate tax. There's incentives for business in case you come here and start a business. The top 4 incentives that I've seen, and it holds true with Maryland, is job creation, research and development, biotech, and film production. So nothing changes there. Support for entrepreneurs. There's many support for entrepreneurs, the small business development centers and such like that. The cybersecurity growth, and Maryland being the leader in cybersecurity. So that's an area that has a recent boom, is the cybersecurity and biotech. All right. Overall crime is slightly higher than the national average, but varies by region. Baltimore, higher violent crime rates, though improving. Remember that show, The Wire, on HBO back in the day? It had me scared of Baltimore for real. But anyway, there's areas that still looks like that, with the boarded up houses, the row houses, all the way down the street. Whole communities are just abandoned. There's areas still like that. And when I lived in Philly and I was in the real estate space as a realtor, there was a lot of money coming in from New York. There's a lot of money coming in from foreign investors, Chinese money, Russian money, all things like that, that bought up a lot of those places in Philadelphia at that time. And the areas were regentrified, they remodeled, and new money was coming in, and prices went up and things like that. And then the investors said, guess what? They're too expensive now. We used to be able to buy houses for $80,000, $50,000, $80,000 for a one row house, 2-bedroom, little small thing. But you could get a house like that and then flip it, rent it out, or put it back on the market, especially in an area like Strawberry Mansion in Philly. So then I spoke to an investor that was one of my clients, and he was like, you know what? Philly got too expensive. We're looking at Baltimore now. And that's funny because when I did come to Baltimore, I was like, where they at? But they have revitalized a lot of areas in Baltimore, like Pigtown and things like that. But there's still some areas that are not invested in. And you could look at that as a huge opportunity still in Maryland. But that opportunity in Philadelphia is long gone, guys. Long gone. I didn't do Pennsylvania yet, but I'm sure we're going to see that. Rockville, moderate crime rates, safer in suburban areas. And Annapolis, lower crime rates, especially in tourist areas. Annapolis is beautiful. Let's see if we see it on the map. There it is. It's got a star beside it because it is the capital. So Annapolis is the home to the boat show. It's right on the water. It's a beautiful city. They got an old downtown, vibrancy, a lot of activities, things to do. They have a huge park down there. I don't know if it's a national park or, a protected park, but I did have to pay to get in there. It's like $5 or something. They have a dog beach down there. It was beautiful, beautiful park. So, Annapolis is a hot spot, just a FYI. Most challenging cities: Baltimore, Salisbury, higher crime rates and economic challenges. The climate, what to expect. I've been here, never had a problem with it being crazy. It does get hot. It was hot this past summer, hot, humid, mild winters. You can see some snow. You can get some pieces of the hurricane. It comes through pretty quickly. Of course, there's some flooding risks in certain areas. As you see, there's water all around. All right. So we got the best places to live. Top 3. We got Columbia, Rockville, and Ellicott City. Worst places to live, we got Cumberland, Salisbury, and Baltimore. Education, top universities like Johns Hopkins University and the University of Maryland. Public school system ranks in the top 5 nationally, and that is true. And we're gonna check out if Maryland is on some of these education lists. I'm working on this next video where it breaks down the top education in the states. So maybe I could show you a sneak peek of that with Maryland. Healthcare is ranked first in the U.S. for healthcare access and quality. A lot of people come here for healthcare. You know, when you have patient like cancer and heart, things of that nature, they come here and they get that access, they get the quality. It's not saying it's free. Nothing's free. Okay, this is America. Don't get it twisted. But it is high quality because of Johns Hopkins. Okay, top research facility in healthcare as well. Baltimore traffic, 30 minutes average. That commute time, that pipeline of, they call it the Beltway here. I don't know where that's at though. Like, I feel like, am I on it? Is it 110? Is it Route 100? I don't know what but the traffic is horrible. I don't know why they're saying Baltimore. The traffic is even worse closer as you get towards DC. The 95 pipeline right out of the tunnel there. You can catch some heavy diesel traffic heading south on 95 through Baltimore. Rockville's got 25 minutes average. So Maryland is one of the most diverse states in the U.S. with over 20% of the residents born outside of the country. Outdoors of activities, Maryland offers stunning natural attractions like the Chesapeake Bay. Maryland is a leader in cybersecurity and biotech with major companies expanding their operations. All right, so the final verdict here is the pros. Strong job market in tech, healthcare, and government. Excellent schools and healthcare. Diverse culture and vibrant city. Cons, high cost of living and taxes. That's a yes. Traffic in urban areas and higher crime rates in some cities. So let's check out now what we're talking about with the education before we end the video. All right, so this is the map. Didn't do this video yet, so this is a sneak peek here. You could see it's a very distinct thing. Top half of the nation, we got a better level of education. Folks graduating school, the education in the state is good. K1 through 12, people coming out with degrees, the literacy and things like that. Massachusetts is number 1. Jersey is 12. And we have Maryland as 10. So if we go down here, we see Maryland at number 10. And this is for states with the best education. All right, let me let you look at another infographic and see what else we could pop out of Maryland. All right, so this is another one. The highest college graduation rate, Maryland comes in at number 5. So it is right for education, excellent schools and healthcare, for those kind of pros. Yes, Maryland is great. For cost of living, though, no. Sadly mistaken. No, it's not. But if you're in the state, if you liked what you've seen today, you're in the state, you're thinking about leaving, you're thinking about coming in, let me know what's driving that. And so we can have that conversation. If you haven't already, like and subscribe, and let's continue these series. I'm trying to just help as many people as I can get a quick glance at what the state has to offer, any state, all of them in the USA. I'll see you later. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.